On today's That Park Place news countdown, Universal makes it crystal clear they're coming after Disney. Cast members discover an actual bear in the guest areas of Magic Kingdom. Oliver Anthony discovers what it's like to have money and it doesn't go well. Disney gets caught talking out of both sides of their mouth on the Muppets. And Shanghai Disneyland shifts their strategy to prepare for the arrival of Zootopia. All that on today's That Park Place news countdown. Good morning, and welcome to That Park Place, where you go for all the news that should be fun, where we break down entertainment, streaming, and theme park news in one very nice, easily digestible capsule for you to, take it with a swig of your favorite beverage, and there you go. There's your meds. Vash, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well, and I got the beverage handy in order to take in our top stories of the day. Featuring a plethora, an array of great hosts from across That Park Place network, and it's absolutely fantastic.
I mean, what are we on now? Video 5 or 6? Of course, we would love to get the comments. We read all of the comments, well, as much as we can, from our wonderful viewers. You guys, you are the energy, as Pro likes to say, that drives everything we do. So we want to say thank you to all the people that have stuck with us in our first week of production here. And I cannot wait to get started here. So let's go to our wonderful contributors for all the news that should be fun.
Number 1.
Hello, I'm Lorena of Lorena Creole channel on YouTube, keeping it real when it comes to theme parks. Speaking of keeping it real, how about one of the NBC Universal executives just dropped a bomb about what to expect when it comes to Epic Universe? Courtesy of The Hollywood Reporter, NBC Universal exec reveals details of Epic Universe Florida theme park planned for 2025. With the progress that I've been seeing going on with the construction of this park, don't be surprised if it's 2024, but that's just my bet. NBC Universal's Mark Woodbury, CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences, revealed new details Thursday about the planned Epic Universe theme park. It's the most technologically advanced park we've ever done, Woodbury said, and that speaks to both the attractions themselves, the next generation of robotics, drone technology, all the way through the guest experience. Speaking of that bomb I was talking about earlier, in this article it says, in creating the park, Universal drew upon its existing immersive experiences such as Harry Potter World and also looked for a way to extend the amount of time visitors spend cumulatively at the parks in Orlando. The goal with Epic Universe is to get visitors to stay for a full week. You can see where this is going, right? Right now, we get a good 3 days, Woodbury said. Now that's a loaded statement right there. But a full week vacation, Universal makes it plain and without any ambiguity. They are coming after Disney. Let us know in the comments, what do you think when you hear this statement about Universal Orlando Resort making steps to become a full week vacation destination? We'd love to hear from you.
Number 2. Well, folks, it was a beautiful day at the Magic Kingdom yesterday inside Disney World until it wasn't. Today we've got a fun story for you, and hopefully there's no blood in the saddle. A real bear in the Magic Kingdom shuts down half the park. This from thatparkplace.com, our website. Days after announcing a redo for the Country Bear Jamboree, a real bear has shown up at the Magic Kingdom, shutting down half the park. Perhaps he was just there to audition. Although it's no audition when it comes to all the attractions that are down. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, Hall of Presidents, Haunted Mansion, just to name a few. It was a rough day yesterday. We hope that the bear has been relocated to a better place. Thank you to Braden and Mickey Views for the fantastic coverage and helping us put together this awesome story. Number 3.
Hey friends, it's Culture again for That Park Place, and today's story is on concert ticket chaos. It was inspired by a recent Deadline article titled "Rich Men North of Richmond. A singer cancels concert over costly ticket sales." That's by Eric Peterson. Oliver Anthony is the latest viral singing sensation. He has that amazing song, Rich Men North of Richmond, and is learning some very tough lessons about the music biz, the hardest possible way. This weirdness all started when Anthony pulled the plug on his September 27th concert at the Cotton Eye Joe in Tennessee. His reason? High ticket prices. In an apologetic Facebook post, he confessed, "It's my fault for not being more directly involved with the venues who have reached out." You think? In yet another post, Anthony claimed, "I don't want to do anything that's more than $40 a ticket. Ideally, no more than $25 a piece." To further this story, Cotton Eye Joe actually responded with a statement of their own, and according to the venue, Anthony's manager Brian Prentice verbally agreed to the ticket prices and even requested a formal agreement. The venue also claimed that Anthony asked for a whopping $120,000 in compensation plus a 2-night hotel stay. But here's where things get interesting. Instead of discussing their concerns with the venue professionally, Anthony and Prentice took to social media to air out their grievances. Cotton Eye Joe's ticketing system temporarily crashed as fans rushed to buy tickets. The venue was looking forward to a full house. After the media frenzy, well, Anthony decided to cancel the gig, and then the venue expressed disappointment that Anthony didn't have a civil conversation about their contract concerns, resulting in, well, everyone looking rather bad. Could this have played out differently had calmer heads prevailed? Perhaps. There is a lesson here for Anthony, though, or anyone for that matter. When things go south, don't air your dirty laundry on social media. It's not music to anybody's ears. But hey, what do you think?
Number 4.
Hey there, I'm Steve, the creator of Floral from Under a Rock, and this article is from The Guardian by Hadley Freeman from way back in August 2021, but this article is relevant because Disney simply does not know what to do with the Muppets. And that was on full display at D23 this year. You see that with most of their recent endeavors, whether it's with Muppets Mayhem, which very slightly, literally 10% of that show felt like anything from or is the Muppets, if you kind of gather what I'm trying to say there. And this article is how Disney does not want Frank Oz, even though he'd love to do the Muppets or even Star Wars again. Oz hasn't worked with the Muppets since 2007, and I assumed he had retired, the article goes on. I assumed incorrectly. I'd love to do the Muppets again, but Disney doesn't want me, and Sesame Street hasn't asked me for 10 years. They don't want me because I won't follow orders, and I won't do the kind of Muppets they believe in. Now, here's a question for you. Have you seen this as a pattern in all of Disney's content throughout the years, or at least the last 15 to 20 years? Have you seen that as a growing problem? Leave your comments. Have a great day.
Number 5.
Hello there, this is Vash Sky with our next story from Walt Disney World News Today. Shanghai Disneyland reinstating annual passes with new Pro Pass and discount limit. Shanghai Disney Resort is reinstating their annual pass program with a few updates. Annual passes to Shanghai Disneyland were first introduced back in January 2019, almost 3 years after the park first opened. The current 3 tiers are Crystal, Sapphire, and Diamond. They have not been available for purchase since March of 2023. The Crystal Pass will be discontinued and replaced with a Pearl Pass beginning on September 15th. This is interesting to note here. The annual pass shopping discount will be limited to 100,000 yuan or 13,700 USD per year. The Diamond Annual Pass allows 365 days of park access without requiring reservations at all. The Sapphire Annual Pass is subject to a blockout calendar with quota limits, but offers a minimum of 350 days of reservations. Sapphire Pass holders are required to make reservations for visiting. So the lower tiers will require a reservation system. It looks like there's going to be an even lower tier replacing the lowest tier on this system, which is very interesting. This is an attempt by the Chinese government to diversify its economy as it faces some economic headwinds in the foreseeable future. For Disney, they're going to want their park segment to show some growth. And where do you do that? Well, you do that with your international parks. Now, with this annual pass holder program, that is the best way to attribute a attendance growth at the next quarterly earnings. What about you? Are you going to be going to Shanghai Disney anytime soon and getting an annual pass? Let us know in the comments below.
Zootopia, that's going in at Shanghai,
Zootopia.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, so
exactly.
this coincides with the opening of Zootopia Land, which for all the guff that we give Imagineering, and they're working within budgets right now. So we respect the fact that Blue sky does not mean blue sky budgets, but Zootopia looks pretty good, and a lot of the footage from the ride out there that Judy Hopps is in, it looks really cool. Do you think that this is an attempt to jazz the numbers there to where it makes it look like Zootopia is even more successful? The international parks are doing exceptionally well compared to the U.S. parks.
I think that's a good question right there. Any investment into the Shanghai parks is a joint venture between the Chinese government and by Disney. And if you're wanting to ensure success, providing a way for people to be admitted into the park easily and freely through an annual pass holder program is the best way to go about it, I think.
You make a really good point. And for those who might not be aware, yes, any park that's in China right now is majority owned by the Chinese government, with whatever slivers Disney can get their hands on still held by Disney under a licensing agreement to have their characters in the parks. Thank you to all of our contributors today. And if you want to follow us on social media, you can look in the description down below or right there at the top of the screen. We have our social media handles. And thank you for following That Park Place for all the news that should be fun.
Thanks for watching That Park Place News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com for all the news that should be fun. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.